Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Live with the Times. Welcome back. Today we're going over the third Aliyah in Vayera. So now the time has come for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorah, and the angels have reached their place to destroy the land, to destroy this place. All right, it's easy to disconnect from this story, and to feel so like this is something that out of some storybook, can't connect with this, and yet it's so very personal. And so let's look in and see, right? So the two angels, they come, and it says that Lot's sitting at the gate, the Shara. Right, the Shar is a place of judgment, right? We see this all the time. Also, Mordechai is sitting at the gate. Right, when you see the gate, this means it's sitting in judgment. Lot knows that something bad is not so good. It's not such a good time in this place. He's wondering, whoa, what am I doing over here? He's contemplating for the first time in a long time. Right, and he saw and he stood up. Vayera v'ishtachu. Right, he saw and he stood up. And he saw finally these angels. Right, what? Lot is having a bit of a moment of clarity over here, right? And he runs toward the angels. He says, please come to my house. Spend the night here. Wash your feet. And then you can wake up and go. And they said, no. We're going to stay right here in the square. We know what's going on over here in this town. He says, no, please, come. I'll make a feast for you. And so they went and came. And before they even finished, right, it says the Nashim Sodom, they came to the house, young and old. All the people from every quarter. And I said, yo, where are the people? We need to know them. And what do we mean know them? Right? Know them in the biblical sense. Right? They want to get down with these dudes. They heard there are some new people in town. Oh, we know how to welcome these people. This is how they used to welcome people in this town. And so he went and he shut the door behind him. He went outside and shut the door behind him. He's like, yo, please, don't do this. I have two daughters that that aren't yet married. He had other children that were married. So I have these two daughters that aren't yet married. They never known a man. Come and do what you want with them. But to my people, don't hurt them. I said, nah, forget about it. That's not what we're here for. I said, stand back. And he says, who are you? Who are you, Lot? You just got here. You come here to move in with us, and now all of a sudden you're judging us? What do you know about this place? And then the men pulled Lot back in. They pulled Lot back in. I'm sorry. And the angels they struck all the people with blindness, and they're still trying to find their way in. And they said, "That's it. We're going to destroy this place." So is anybody else that's going to go with you? Right, your son-in-laws, your daughters, get up and leave and take everybody with you. And he told Lot, said, come on, guys, we got to get out of here. And everybody, they laughed at him. Right? So the angel said, all right, that's it. You got to get up and go. That's it. But still, he was dilly-dallying around. And so they had to grab him and his wife and his two daughters. And Hashem's mercy on him. And they took him outside and they ran. And they said, yo, go, run. That's it. יוציא מושם החוצה ויאמר הימלט על נפשך אל תביט אחריך ואל תעמוד בכל הכיכר ההרה וימלט פן תספר. You got to get out of here. Run and go to those plains. Go to the mountain. Otherwise you're going to die. That's it. And say, please don't do it. If I have pain in your eyes, come and save my life. I said, no, listen, there's a place over here. You got to go to this place. Run to the closest city. It's small. You're going to flee there, and you'll live. Right? Like I said, this seems like a very story, not relatable. Not relatable at all. But it actually is very relatable because this is our very life. Right? Why? First and foremost over here, what happens? As we mentioned in the previous shiur, Lot represents the Yetzer Harah. right? The Yetzer Harah. And every single one of us has a Yetzer Harah, right? We come into this world and we have a Yetzer Harah, we have a Yetzer Tov, Yetzer Harah, and they're both influencing within us. And the Yetzer Harah, every once in a while, well, the Yetzer Harah is always nagging us, right? But every once in a while, we have like a moment of clarity, right? We're sitting at the gate, we're wondering, we're like, is my life actually going the way that I want it to go? Is this action that I keep doing, is this actually something that is benefiting me? What's going on with this? Is this something that is good for me? Because we can feel that the walls are closing in on us. We can feel that whatever it is that's going on, right, this whatever behavior it may be. Sometimes we think it's a holy behavior. We think that we're doing the right thing. And after some time has passed, we look and we say, whoa, like, is this thing actually, am I doing it with the right reasons? Or am I doing it with gava, with busha, with arrogance and haughtiness? And the angels come in to save us. And what happens? Right? Struck with blindness at the entrance. Right? That the people were struck with blindness as they were trying to enter in. And still they're trying to go. Right? You see it multiple times in these last few parshas. It talks about a petach. Right? It talks about the petach in the teva, in the ark. Talk about the petach of the ohel when Avraham Avinu was talking to Hashem, and we talk about the petach here when at the entrance to Lot's house. What is this petach? Rabbi Nachman says that the petach means literally an opening, right? That a person is always has to look for an opening of holiness in order to enter through it. That we maybe feel stuck, but there's always an opening somewhere. How can we get in here? How can we get in here? There's got to be a place here somewhere to get out. Right, as we said in the Teva, we found ourselves in here. There's got that same door is also an out. It's also an exit. Right? Problem is not everybody's worthy of entering or finding that entrance. Right? Those who are unworthy are misled by many problems and confusions that lead them away from the opening. Thus, they struck the men who were at the door with blindness. They're prevented from finding the opening to holiness. And this is what happens. Right? We have a Yetzer Harah. We have a Lot within us. And that Lot is influenced by all these kinds of things going on that are trying to blind us from our true purpose, trying to help us, or trying to harm us so that we don't find that entrance. Right? And what happened when Lot, finally the angels coming and trying to save us? Right? There's people who are laughing at us. Right? His son-in-laws, he looked like a jester in their eyes. Right? Our insides, people were from within, or people from outside, or even worse, our own thoughts sometimes are making fun of us, laughing at us. Oh, who says that you can be able to achieve that goal? Or look at how long you've been trying and you've been failing and failing. Right? Or how long have you been here doing this? Right? Will ever get out of it? Right? Making fun of us or making us doubt ourselves. Right? Doubt, Safek, Amalek. Right? Wipe out Amalek completely. This is what's going on inside of every single person, every single human being. Every single person has been in this Lot situation where the walls are closing in on us and the angels coming for us, telling us it's time to go. Right? And we've got to find that entrance. And even when that's happening, what's happening? Even when we're finding what's happening. Right? Right? Still he delayed. And the men had to grab him by the hand to take him out. But there's something very interesting here in this week's Parsha about Vayit Ma'ema. This word Vayit Ma'ema, up top of it has a certain trope, certain cantillation. It's called a shalshelet. This is happening only 4 times in the entire Torah, in Chumash, in the 5 books of Moshe. Happens here. Happens later on when Yosef HaTzadik, he was about to sin with Potiphera, and then he ends up not doing it. It happens when Avraham Avinu sends Eliezer to go find a wife for Yitzchak. Right? And it happens when Moshe Rabbeinu is about to do his last sacrifice ever during the 7 days that he performed the sacrifice in the Mishkan before it was finally dedicated. right? This is the first time that it's presented, and so all following times carried the same kind of meaning, right? Vayitma, he delayed it, and the cantillation itself, right? It's like right? There's a three notes, so to speak, in this cantillation, right? When we're reading it. And what does it come to represent? That we actually don't want to do it. We have a lot of doubts. We actually don't want to do the thing that we're supposed to do. We know that it's good for us, but we just don't want to do it. How many times are we in that position where we have something that we know we need to do? In our best thinking, we write down our goals, we write down our to-do lists. We know that there's something we need to do. We got to stick to this thing. And then time comes to do it, and we find any excuse not to do it. Or everything's procrastination, or oh my gosh, this thing, and there's always something that's coming up right before we're about to do that thing that we know we need to do. Something distracts us, and we come off and we go and do it. We go and do that thing, I should say, instead of what we know is necessary. And then we're like, oh my gosh, that thing that I needed to do, I didn't do it. I'm going to do it today. And then today comes, and something else comes in front of us, and oh my gosh, but this is top late and old, putting out fire. Oh, that thing didn't get done again. Right? Because we're dilly-dallying around. We're delaying it. We don't actually want to do it. He didn't actually want to leave Sodom. He wanted to stay there. He liked his life with all the possessions, with all the materiality. Right? The Yitzir Harah is telling us, listen, why you got to go be holy? Look at all those poor people in the kollel. Look at all these poor tzaddikim. Why you want to be like that? You can have money. You can have possessions. They're going to be poor. If you become holy, you're going to be poor. Right? So many times, Baruch Hashem, here we have Asher, and he's going to help me finish the Drash here. And, right, we have things that are getting in the way. Right? The fact is that he didn't actually want to leave Sodom. And later on, Yosef HaTzadik didn't want to. He wanted to actually sin with Potiphera, right? He was like, right? And the sages are saying that they actually started. He just didn't finish, so to speak. He stopped in the middle. And Eliezer didn't actually want to find a wife for Yitzhak. He wanted his daughter to marry Yitzhak, right? Okay, fine. If I can't be the heir, right? If I'm not going to be the heir after all, maybe my daughter will marry him. And he had planned that would be his way in, was that his daughter would marry Yitzhak. And Moshe Rabbeinu himself didn't want to actually give up he was the Kohen Gadol for 7 days. He didn't want to give that up. He said, why? I have such a connection to Vekas with Hashem right now. Why would I want to give that up? This is such a huge elevation. But what happened with all of them? They had to. And in varying levels, they were better at it. Right, Yosef HaTzadik, he was like, no, that's it. He saw an image of his father and he said, I'm not going to do this. Right, and Eliezer, he said, all right, I made an oath to Avraham Avinu to finish this. So I'm going to finish it. My son just woke up, so his hair's all over the place. He's the man. Mwah. Right, and Moshe Rabbeinu, what do you mean? Of course, Hashem commanded me. This is it. I'm just going to rejoice in the moment for a second before I actually do the final act, the final shechita. And then they went on their way. Lot, he didn't want to leave and they had to grab him by the hand. Sometimes Hashem has to do for us what we couldn't do for ourselves, we say in recovery. And things come up and they force us into leaving. And that's exactly what it is here with the angel. The angel had to grab him by the hand and go. And we have to remember, what are we doing it for? What's our why? When we don't want to do it, we have to remember our why. Like our children. Baruch Hashem. Say hi, Asher.
Hi.
Baruch Hashem, we're doing everything for our kids. Right, so thank you, Hashem, Yitbarach, that Hashem is doing for us what we can do for ourselves. Right, and Hashem should bless us to not fall under this this fear of not being able to start, and definitely when we're dilly-dallying around, that we should remember what the reason is that we're fulfilling it and why we did it. And Hashem should bless us to please give us the strength to do the things that we need to do, to not allow us to procrastinate and dilly-dally and delay and find another thing that is now all of a sudden more important that comes out of left field that I have to get to and attend to right now. We should stick to what we need to do. And in this way, right, what happens, it says, udchi nafshi, at the very end, right, that they flee to the place that's small, the small place. Why does it say small? Go to the small place. Because this is the way to deal with the Yetzer Harah. Just for now. Because the Yetzer Harah wants to tell us, the Yetzer Harah is saying, no, you're never going to learn Torah again. The Yetzer Harah is saying, learn Torah in 5 minutes. Let's do this other thing first. And then next thing you know, it's been 5 hours, and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do these other things. We're never getting to the thing that we wanted to get to. Right? So we tell the Yetzer Harah, yeah, it's very small. Don't worry. It's a small thing. Learn Torah. It's not a big thing. And in this way, udchi nafshi, our nefesh will survive. We can live. And in this way, we're going to see that all of our goals are met and all of our purposes met, and every single person is meeting and achieving what it is that they need to achieve in this world, free of delay, that we go forward with strength, alacrity, and diligence. We shall all be successful in the way that Hashem wants us to be. And we all see Moshiach Tzidkenu come speedily, third Beis HaMikdash, very soon, today, immediately. L'chaim. Have a great day.